So a few weeks ago, I shared about how I was going to potentially stop trading Mondays and be super cautious around trading Mondays because my journal data was very clear. Mondays were especially my worst trading day, so I figured it's just not worth the risk. It's not worth the EV for me to trade. So for a few weeks, I completely took them off. But then, yeah, just today, I reviewed this past Sunday/Monday, just out of curiosity, and I was actually very surprised by the results. I wasn't expecting much. In fact, I was actually expecting and even hoping to see a bunch of losses and some bad setups so I don't feel FOMO. But from my review, unfortunately, I actually found 5 potential winners and 2 losses. So yeah, in this video, I'll just show you what I'm seeing on the charts for this past Sunday/Monday. Of course, this is all done using my version week theory model. I'm not going to explain the whole model. I do have a free PDF linked below, so if you don't know this, then you should read the PDF and then follow along the video. But we will start with, so this was Sunday Asia Open around 8 p.m. So this red line is a 2-hour point of interest. So if I go on the 2-hour, you can see this closed through this, creating our POI. So let's see if it gets engaged. All right, POI gets engaged, and then bang, there's your inverse fair value gap right there. As you can see, FVG there gets inversed by this candle. So you can immediately enter on the closing of that candle. And for this one, you could put your stop just above this swing high or this swing high. And of course, risk reward is always up to you. For me, I'm currently looking at 1-to-1, but you could even go something like this. I don't know why it's not showing. It's really weird. There we go. Yeah, you could even target 2-hour on this. And yeah, that's like 3 candles to TP. So a nice short to start Asia Open. Yeah, on our buys table, you can see the 4-hour POI is bearish. The 5 and the 1-hour were bearish. And then if you just look at the 4-hour chart, so this is 4-hour chart here, it's just straight going down, like no reaction at all. So clearly bearish bias. And that plays out pretty nicely. So that was 1 win. All right, and then there were 2 more setups during London. So there was 1 loss and a win. Let me just walk through these. All right, so I'll go to my 1-hour chart. Here is the POI we are working with. These 2, because this 4 a.m. candle is closing through these virgin wicks. So if I go to the 1-minute time frame and turn these black lines off, bang, there, these green lines are our bullish points of interest. So let's go ahead and see if they get engaged. Bang, there we go. Now, here is your confirmed inverse fair value gap, as you can see there. And looking at our bias table, mostly bullish, which is what we want to see. And on the 4-hour chart, you can see I'm pretty neutral at this point because we are right in the middle of this bearish FVG. But we also had a pretty strong previous candle close through this wick and pretty much disrespecting this FVG. So I would lean towards bullish. But yeah, I'd be happy to take this long. It does end up being a loss though. But then you do get a second chance from the same POIs. There is a change in state of delivery right there. So you can set your order there, stop loss at the low. And like I said, I'm currently playing with 1-to-1R. And this one, yeah, it barely hits 1-to-1R. It's like just a bunch of chop. You could almost call it pure luck. But that turns out to end up being a winner. I think that was it for. Oh no, there was one more in NQ. Ah, yeah. So there was a loss on. Uh, yeah, so there was a loss, but it was outside the kill zone, so I'm not going to count it actually. So only one loss for the day because the rest of them were 3 winners on gold. So let me go on gold. All right, let's have a look at gold. So let's go to Asia. Sunday, 29th of March, around 10 p.m. There was a successful IFEG setup. So let's go there. All right, so the hour starts. We have a bullish POI to work with because, as you can see, this hour, 9 p.m. candle close through this virgin wick. So this is our bullish POI. Let's go back to the 1 minute. So here's the POI. Let's see if it gets engaged. A bunch of chop or accumulation as part of the AMD, as RN likes to say, or RN likes to trade. And yeah, this was like a picture perfect AMD. Look at this. All this chop accumulation, massive manipulation down into this POI, followed by an IFEG right there. And so you could enter right there. Stop loss at these lows. You can target 1R, 2R. So looking to the left for my closest liquidity will probably be that. So yeah, you could target 1.8R, something like that. And for my 4-hour chart, as you can see here on the right, what immediately sticks out to me is we are reacting off this bullish FEG. Right there. See, we tapped into it, rejected, and looks like we're coming up off it. So yeah, I'd be happy to take longs here. And that does end up playing out. Very nice, very nice. What else did we have? All right, looks like there was something here. Ah, yes. So this was during London at 3 a.m. There was a bullish setup that played out. Let me turn this off. So it was a 1-hour setup. So as you can see here, we have a pair of 1-hour POIs. They do get engaged. And now just waiting for our entry model. All right, so we get a nice sweep of these lows. And bang, there is your CISD right there. So you can set your limit order there, stop loss down there. Chops around for a bit, but does end up going to TP. Does go to 2R. I think you get more out of it, yeah. But I wouldn't personally target any more than that. And then there's another setup right here. So what's this? 5 a.m. We have a bullish POI to work with. Price engages it, followed by another change in save delivery right there. Limit order at the SIST, stop loss at the low. I'd probably target these highs. But if I was actually trading, I'd target 1R. But I would say these highs are a pretty safe target. And bang, there you go. So that's another win. It even takes out these highs. So yeah, pretty nice. Was that it? Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, so what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wins, 1 loss over NQ and gold for Sunday/Monday, which is quite surprising for me. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. Does this mean I was wrong about Mondays? Not exactly. I don't think one single good Monday can overturn my whole journal, my whole data. What it does tell me is that maybe Mondays can be traded with a bit of special care, and maybe they shouldn't just be avoided straight up. So, yeah, maybe the rule is to just be super selective, only take the best setups, and even then manage risk super tightly. But yeah, well, that was interesting. We'll see. I'll continue to monitor the situation and see what happens. Anyways, hope your Monday went well. Oh, and by the way, Lucid are unfortunately increasing the prices of their Flex accounts by the end of tomorrow. So I've just stocked up on a few accounts of the 50k Lucid Flex. I recommend you do the same if you're going to buy them anyways. Better to get them cheap before they go up. So I'll leave a link to those below. But yeah, I hope you have a good week. See you next time.